Hi there, and welcome to Let's Bake and Cook Stuff. I'm Mary, and today I'm making Kung Pao cauliflower. You've probably heard of Kung Pao chicken, and this is roughly the same, but instead of using chicken, I'm using cauliflower. Okay, so I first want to cut my cauliflower up into florets, and I thought maybe some people might like to see how that's done, because it's kind of not that easy, especially for beginners, I don't think. It's not... once you've done it, you're like, oh, just like, have you ever cut up a chicken? I have. And, ew. I'm cutting out this massive core here. I already took off the leaves. I always wash my produce. I washed this and let it dry as much as I could. I wash my produce because an old friend of mine, he told me he was at the grocery store one day and this lady sneezed all over the lettuce. And, you know, how many people do you think are doing that and we don't see them do it? And so anyway, I always wash it off just in case somebody sneezed on it. This actually was covered in plastic. See, then you just cut the florets off. Super easy, just cut. Okay, and then if you want to make them smaller, you can make them smaller. Like this is pretty big, so I'm going to cut this one. I'm actually going to cut this one into like three different pieces. See, look, these medium-sized ones, these break off pretty easy. See, just break them up into little pieces. That's what that means. A lot of times you'll see a recipe, it says break it into florets. That's what these are, florets. Okay, now we're gonna make our sauce. This is 1/4 of a cup of sweet chili sauce, a tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and a teaspoon of sesame oil. All right, set that aside. I'm gonna heat this pan on medium-high. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay, about a 1/2 cup of chopped onion. Use whatever kind of onion you want. Got 5 cayenne peppers. One of them turned red. I'm just gonna put these in here whole. They're mostly for decoration. They're not gonna give off a lot of heat. But I'm adding a jalapeno for that. 1 thinly sliced jalapeno pepper. I had it on medium-low, not medium-high. It's a big difference. We're going to cook this until the onions soften up and the jalapeno peppers get a little bit of color on them. And then we'll be back. Okay, these are going well. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of freshly minced ginger. Now for my coating, for my cauliflower. 2 large eggs. 1 tablespoon of water, 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Turning my heat down to medium. Okay, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. As much as you want, but about a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon of each, depending on your liking. Now I'm adding the sauce that we made in the beginning. Now I'm adding our cauliflower florets to this batter. And you want these completely coated, so just keep it going until every little, see all those pieces in there, you want that all covered. Okay, our sauce is done. I'm going to set that aside. Again, over medium-high heat. I'm going to heat up about, I want to fill this pot so there's about 2 inches in there. We're going to heat that to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we're ready for frying. I have a rack here over a cookie sheet. This is to let the oil drain. It's a little bit better than doing it on a paper towel, just because the paper towel tends to make it more soggy. I'm going to go in. I'm going to put about half at a time. You don't want to cook these at too high of a heat because you'll brown the coating and your cauliflower won't be cooked. If you do it too low of a heat, it'll just absorb a bunch of oil and be yucky and greasy. I just sampled one to make sure it was soft enough and cooked enough inside, and these are good just like this. This would be a lovely snack. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Look at that. Got that last batch out. I mean, you can make this in any amount, right? This was just a small, what I call a small to a medium size. But if you had a bigger one, Make sure you salt it as soon as you take it out of the oil so it sticks. Okay, our cauliflower is all cooked. We're going to put it in this bowl so that we can toss it with the sauce. And there was a whole lot more cauliflower here, and I've just been snacking on it. It's good just like this. So good. And just like that, you have your first dose of Kung Pao cauliflower. For those of you who are trying to cut back on your meat consumption, those of you who don't eat chicken, I have a friend named Jeff. He does not eat chicken ever, so he might like this. He would not. He'd rather have it made with beef or pork. I'm gonna toss a couple leaves of cilantro on top. Feel free to do this or not. If you don't like cilantro, obviously leave it off. If you want to replace that with some parsley, go ahead. If you don't like either one of those, leave them both off. It's your kitchen. You get to do what you want. Happy Meatless Monday. Happy Meatless every day. I want to talk to you personally for a moment. Have you subscribed yet? Just hit the button. It's free. Some people think if you're subscribing to something, you have to pay, like for a magazine subscription or whatever. It's free, completely free. If you'll hit the bell, you'll get notified every time I have a video come out. Maybe you want to try it just without rice. So good and not too spicy. So just that one jalapeno was good because it has a nice kick, but it's not too hot. These really didn't give off a whole lot of flavor, but they're there if you want them. Stick around. I'm going to show you what this looks like when it's all complete with the rice. Okay, the rice is done, and now it's time for some Kung Pao cauliflower. I made some basmati rice here. Use whatever rice you like. Happy dance. Seriously, one of the best things ever. Give this a try. Let me know how you like it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. I will see you next time. Thanks so much. You take care now.